We know that to have success in business, we must know the market and then target opportunities in that market. We mustn't waste effort on things that are irrelevant. Successful campaigns don't target everyone, but focus instead on selected users that meet specific criteria, perhaps belong to a certain demographic or exhibit a given behavior or have a known history. It's true for the web. Too often, business effort is wasted on irrelevancies. Agents handling queries from areas not supported, or perhaps dealing with casual visitors, those not serious about progressing or not in a position to. Now, Live Assist helps keep our efforts focused and targeted so that we can use our most valuable resource, our contact center agents, on activities that yield the best bang for the buck. In this video, we'll look at targeting campaigns by audience. Now, you'll recall that the audience is configured as part of the campaign, along with a campaign goal, timeframe, and engagements. By default, a campaign targets all visitors, but since we want to be more specific, we'll click to create a new audience resource in our library of audiences. Now, the audience is one out of two discriminators or filters in a campaign, discriminators being the criteria we use to restrict the scope of a campaign. Now, the other campaign discriminator is the time frame, and there's also other discriminators in the engagement. But for now, we'll focus on the audience. The audience definition needs to define who the campaign relates to, and it likely aligns with customer personas that are already well defined within the business. So, for a shop selling expensive watches, our audience might well be Alpha Adams, a persona describing young, high net worth individuals based in a particular geographical region, say the United States. Now, our audience definition can be simple or complex, but it's always built using conditions from two categories, the origin category and the customer info category. Notice that only visitors who meet all the defined conditions are included in the audience. Every new condition discriminates, excludes, or filters out a subset of potential visitors. So, expanding the first category, the origin category, we find 5 conditions. The first being external referral, which uses the HTTP referrer header to determine how the visitor got to our website. For example, if the visitor was referred to our site from, say, a particular deal site or one of our affiliated partners, then we might want to handle that visitor in a particular way. We might greet them with a, "Did you know that visitors from that site gets free shipping?" Or chat with us about how our products complement the previous site's products. Now, we can define the referrer by either specifying something contained in their URL, by giving the exact referrer URL, or using some regular expression like matching, where we can use $ to indicate ends with and star as a wildcard. The next origin condition is search keywords. If the user reached our site through a search engine, well, perhaps there are particular keywords we want linked to our campaign. For example, we might want to connect with visitors looking for discounted luxury watches, value luxury watches, or superb timepieces, and then exclude visitors who are searching for cheap watches. Now, just for your information, matching on keywords works for almost all search engines, but not Google. Google only shares information from AdWords, not organic search results. However, if you use Google AdWords, well, you can click to connect to your AdWords account. The third origin condition is IP range, where we can set both whitelist type include address ranges and blacklist exclude type address ranges. Configuring the origin IP address is useful in a few scenarios. For example, you might want to exclude people from your organization. In other words, your people tying up your agents that could otherwise be helping customers. Perhaps you might want to target visitors from a particular internet service provider by including the address range of their servers. And you might want to set up a sandbox where you include only visitors from your company. In other words, restricting to your company while you're building and testing out your campaigns. The fourth origin condition is platform. In other words, you can target based on if the visitor is using a full computer as opposed to a tablet or smartphone. Since version 1 of Live Assist for Dynamics 365 does not yet support mobile, well, you'll want to exclude mobile platforms just for the time being. But don't worry, full mobile for web support together with native app integration and support will be available soon. And the final origin condition is advanced integration with external third-party marketing tools tracked by channel, affiliate, or external marketing campaign. So if your users reach you through a particular marketing channel or as the result of a specific marketing campaign, you can set up a suitable Live Assist campaign just waiting to receive them. To use a marketing source with your audience definition, you'll need to tell Live Assist how it can track marketing attributes. Since this tracking is a common operation with Live Assist, we've created a dedicated lesson that focuses just on configuring tracking. We'll see an example in a moment, but you'll want to check out the video for a more thorough discussion. So there's a quick intro into the origin conditions. Let's now take a quick look at the customer conditions, starting with geolocation. Now, we can discriminate or filter users from a given geolocation, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, the United States, or wherever. It works through a geo-IP lookup, and, well, while it's not 100% accurate, it's a pretty good indication of where the user's browsing from. We can target new or returning visitors. For example, we might want to incentivize particular behavior for a new person, to do everything we can to encourage them to sign up or to complete a first purchase. Now, since this is cookie-based, it's not guaranteed, but it's still a very useful tool. For the rest of these customer conditions, the customer info, the visitor age, the account balance, gender, and so on, they all follow a similar pattern. They typically have some criteria that you set, that is, the information that we'll use to filter the visitors, and then we'll configure tracking, like we discussed earlier, to tell Live Assist how to get that information in order to apply the filter. Again, we'll not go into the details of data tracking here. Take a look at the purpose-built video. Now that we've talked about the process, well, let's go ahead and create an audience, capturing the Alpha Adam persona we spoke about earlier. I'll begin at the engagement portal, click to edit the default campaign, edit the audience, and we'll click to add a new audience to the library. We'll give it a name and a description. I recommend you use the descriptions. It really helps later on when it comes to maintenance. Now, since mobile is not supported till version 2, I'll restrict the audience to full computers. I'll head over to customer info and we'll restrict the audience to visitors from the United States and the United Kingdom. And since I've already configured data tracking for the customer info, we can use the customer type attribute. Now, Live Assist knows how to work out the customer type, but it doesn't know the range of possible values that it might take. So, clicking Manage, I can define the possible values that the type might take, in my case, gold, silver, and bronze. Once defined, I can now choose the value that this audience is concerned with, in this case, gold customers. Next, we'll set the audience age, 20 to 35. And finally, this campaign will target men. Remember, this targeting is possible only once Live Assist knows how to track these kinds of attributes. With that complete, we'll click to save, and with the new audience selected, we'll publish the change to the live server. Simple.